Oh, damn it. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Browns. I don't know your actual name. Hello. Three of us. Wow. Yeah, I crashed. Have three, yeah. Three's always good. I've got the stream up now, so yeah. Or Anthony Davidson or something like that. Way. Or Ted Kravitz. Oh, one of them. Three will be fine. We just had three people cover it. Like, we've got more people to cover all the action, and I don't know. There's supposed to be a full grid. Yeah, so we should have enough to cover the whole thing. But we're expecting yeah. But I don't think at this rate, I don't think we'll get a full grid. So, right, I don't. Let me check how many people are watching real quick. Do you have stream up, guys? Because probably help. Okay. We got one watching. Oh no, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 watching. That's always nice. Right, so audio's fine. Make sure you include your audio, guys, because because with BQ when he did it with me, he forgot to include his audio for the whole race. So it seemed like I was. There we go. Yeah, that's true. I need to include my audio for your stream. There we go.
Like, so main question is
so
let's see how many people can actually fucking spect it.
Yeah, So what I'll do, I'll go through the standings from last week for Tier 2. LSR J Potty is on 30 points, ahead of LSR Fori. It's an LSR 1-2. They're not teammates, but it's an LSR 1-2. So he's on 25. Big Boojir is on 22. Swister's on 19.
I didn't even get a chance to join the lobby, but you know.
Lawrence is on 16. White Walker's on 14. Boosty is on 12. I'm Ironland is on 10. Skurlock is on 8. Physical Cash on 6. And Reezy on 5 with John Coe, Barry Ridder, Doff, Night Scout, Harsh Cartoon, Smick, Andries, Sticks the Bad, Skyscraper, and XD Kroll all on 0 points.
Aha. I can actually spectate. There's 3 of us spectating.
Wow.
It actually has worked, which is...
Oh, Brand's been kicked. Right, so the construct... Ridiculous, man. For the constructors' standings, Ferrari are on top with 35 points, ahead of Alpine on 33, Red Bull on 30, Alfa Romeo on 22, AlphaTauri on 14, Williams on 12, Haas on 10, Aston Martin on 6, and Mercedes on 5, and McLaren on 0 points. See how many we actually get in all of this. The quality's under the way.
Notifications on my phone now. Well, I'm already in it. I joined through Matty before he actually, disconnected.
Right. You got another one there, Browns. So, let me sort out the UI.
I'm having to use the stream on my phone as well as bloody PC because the Wi-Fi for me is absolutely crap. The signal is crap. But I just spent the last 30 quid that I had to get a Domino's instead of getting an Ethernet cable. That's long enough to go to my PC to my home. What, food over...
Domino's is better than an Ethernet cable in my opinion.
It is, but it just means I have to live with a month worth of every time I stream on Xbox, which is 3 to 4 times a week. I have to deal with a laggy PC.
Right. I'm just doing it through the Twitch app anyway. So Big Borgir is leading the train to start the laps. Ahead of one of the Ferraris, it's Fori and Potty.
You will notice with either me or Browns, we will literally give them nicknames. It's a force of habit.
I've called LSRJ Potty throughout the whole thing. So.
Here we go with Big Boo coming across the line, starting his timed lap in that Alfa Romeo, which I have.
Yep. I'll be interested to see how many we actually get who join throughout Wally. But 11, hopefully we get more than that. We're supposed to have 20. Both, it seems like there's going to be a toe being given to the McLarens because they're starting very close to each other on their lap.
Big Boo's actually just invalidated his lap by coming off just that little bit, which is unfortunate because he was actually in for a good lap as well. I'm getting PTSD from the Jeddah race I just tried to do. So I'm going to call 44 because I can almost guarantee I'll end up calling him Furry.
Ulrich in 6th right now. Isn't he like a goalkeeper for Bayern?
I have no idea. I don't do football.
Fair enough.
I'm too fat for that.
Oh, mate, I'm very fat. I'm over 100 kilos, but I'm tall.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like 5'10", maybe 5'11", give or take, and I'm like 15, 16 stone, so I have no idea what that is. It's like 150 to 200. Rory
has also invalidated. Potty will be the first set of timed lap. And it looks like he's going to get held up by his LSR compatriot, as he's going to be on the run up to line after turn 27. This will be the pace setter. What time can he set? It's a 1:30.7, which is a very relative lap time to the Tier 1 pace of yesterday.
It's a beautiful lap, especially coming from the Red Bull.
36.0 the next best, 6 seconds off the pace. We've got another person who's joined, which is always good. I'm Ironland. He's going to be next. He goes second fastest at 132.5.
I just realised his name. I just
Right,
realised
yeah,
what his
but-
name said. I am Iron Lan.
Seriously, you didn't even.
I haven't been paying attention to the names. I'm old.
Who said
I'm
it?
about to.
How old are you for
I'm too old. 27.
Oh, well, I'm 18.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
but-
only a baby.
He's still got his diapers on.
He's only a baby.
Mate, I just got into uni. I don't think I'm in diapers.
I don't know. People tend to drink a lot in uni, so diapers would be a good idea.
That could be, actually.
Most
I'll do a
likely.
Will Mackenzie and diaper up next time for my exams.
Could be a good shout.
Yeah. Got DCD, but still got into uni. Oh, well.
The highest thing I
Sorry,
got was
sir.
a B, and that was in English language.
Size today in P2 with a 131.5. We've crawled there in a 131.7 in P3.
Reezy is 5/10 up on his lap. Going through the final corner now. Where can this put Reezy? It should be a more competitive lap time for the Mercedes driver unless he boxes. And he's just on the right line. It's an improvement. 5th.
It took a second off, but unfortunately it's just not enough
I'm
as of the
watching
moment.
Stickers. He's about to come around the final corner.
6 is bad. That has proven not to be bad in Tier 1.
Yeah,
So,
He literally
on
has
the right
no
line.
way. Confused. As if he was.
very competitive lap time from 6.
It was as if he was
133
saving
dead.
his battery, but I'm not sure unless he just drained it.
It's drained, it's completely gone. It's got a couple of... It's gone up in twos.
So I've asked everyone I've been commentating with in this league who is getting the final seats on the F1 grid in real life, just as a topic of conversation. So I don't know who you think is getting the Alpine seat, the McLaren seat. I think the McLaren seat's already confirmed.
Me.
But fair enough. I'm just
Me.
asking it because I've asked everyone else.
Me.
In fairness, I've been staying away from F1. I say I've been staying away whilst trying to run the league and then do comms at the same bloody time whilst hearing news from F1 stuff, but I've been trying to keep away so I can keep the excitement there, ready and waiting for the end of this month. Because Aston Martin have done a very interesting thing that I've found out. They found a loophole with the rear diffuser, so they can have the side wings, if you will, on the actual rear wing of it. Found a loophole within it. It looks good.
It does look good, but a lot of Aston Martin's loopholes that they found haven't worked as well as they thought they would. So
It's Aston Martin. They do good cars, but they don't do good F1 cars.
Well, at the same time, you have to remember they're using a Mercedes engine, so it says a lot.
Especially
Six has gone
the
off.
only thing
He's
is
just,
though,
waiting for people to get through.
Aston Martin have done better than Mercedes using their product. How embarrassing is that?
Yeah, but ain't they pinching like certain areas of the car off different teams? Like, didn't they do like the engine cover or the intakes, whatever, the same way as Red Bull have?
They did it first.
I'm sure the
pretty sure
side
they used
pods,
Ferrari as
didn't
well.
they? I think it was the side pods that they made the same
Oh,
way as
actually no.
Red Bull
it
did.
was
Ferrari across the line. LSR4, he goes to the top of the timesheet. 1.4 seconds clear of everyone else. That'll be a hard time to beat for everyone else in this lobby.
This is great. I'm not making comms tonight. I don't have to speak as much. I love it.
I don't think I feel I'm going to be watching the back of the pack. You're watching mid pack, and Harry's there up front.
So someone else could have a sore throat.
Yeah.
I'll take
I'm
it.
not saying.
I had a sore throat after yesterday because so much happened. It was mental. The Tier 1 race just... I couldn't keep up with it. There was like 8 changes for the lead. There's loads of crashes. Brands bottled.
Yeah, you
I
should see
do,
some of the comms that we do for another league. It's barbaric.
I used to do commentary for TIR in one of the realistic
I've never heard
divisions.
of it, I'm not going to lie, mate.
Either way, I think it's actually quite well known in some places, but I was doing comms for them and they had like a realistic league.
I like realistically.
Some of the
Only
battles
when
I
I'm in a
used,
good car.
some of the battles, it was full race as well, and I was always on my own. Trying to do full
Apart
commentary
from the last one.
on your own.
Boostly across the line goes 7th.
Boostly.
It's a mixed pack for Tier 2. And Ulrich will be the next one. I don't know what the lap time will be.
But as we
Ulrich
said,
across the line goes
P4.
4th fastest.
Damn.
you have to remember though as well, though, guys. The fact you can do really well in quali, but it's the race that matters. You never win a race in quali unless you get a good start. If you get a good start,
Andrews has crashed in sector 1.
there is that. You are looking good though. If you can get a good launch and keep out of the way of trouble coming out of the first 2 corners, and get a good gap.
Mainly the first
to be
corner.
fine.
Definitely be careful with the first corner. I always back off way so much. Someone's just crashed out. Andreas.
Price.
And right.
Rex.
And Andrews.
And I'm just going to call him and crashed
Andy.
out.
We'll call him Andy.
Andrex.
Yeah. I would call him Andy, but that's my brother's name. And well, sorry, it was
Andreas.
brother. That Williams just
Whoa,
screwed up his
that
own teammate. That was so close.
Williams coming a cropper. And it's a Ferrari
and now he's
coming
just
through.
bumped his teammate.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Ulrich has Bruce Lee because he was stuck on a corner. Well, just going too slow on a corner, so.
They're nicely, guys. No fight.
But all,
Some of these guys I haven't seen race before, but the ones who I have seen race, LSR4 and LSRJ Posse, he raced basically every race in the league as a whole. I think they'll be fighting it out for the win today.
I seen a few of them last week on comms, and some of them look good. I must admit, Fury, I think he won it last week, if I remember rightly. I can't quite remember.
Bori won yesterday in Tier 1, I believe.
But what I seen last week was some good battles actually. I think we had a few more on track than what we do this time around, but was some.
Right, so last week, J Posse won from Fori. And
he's actually
looking at what the timing sheets are right now, I think that will be a pattern for the rest of the season.
I will say that you should see some of the comms that we have to do on a Monday. No joke. All the actions up front, it's amazing. Then you get halfway, then you got people.
Just pulled a triple sector 2.
Barton's coming into the pits, like fuel mode.
Keep an eye out. About to come around to the final corner, get the braking zone. Perfect.
On board with Reezy then.
Early on the power.
Well, off board.
Getting as much time as you can.
It's an improvement.
I think that's actually faster than what I do in a Red Bull.
1.9 off sticks.
A few out of a few out on track.
There's only
I think next
5 minutes
is
left.
Wister.
I think it's his way back out.
What can Wister do in his Ferrari? On the right to the line. Wister, it's an improvement to second.
1.2 seconds
ahead
quicker.
of the championship leader.
Fury's on a fly though. Purple sector 1/10 up from his previous.
It'll be not Elbrecht, it'll be his teammate Boostly, who's only just down in the second, but only coming into the pits. 6 will be next. On the line, this should be an improvement for 6 up to 7th. That increases the gap between 9th and 10th pretty significantly. So that Breezy is up by half a second in the middle sector. So if he can find anything in this final sector, he might be able to get towards the time of Boostly.
He's got some nice lines. You can see that this race is new to F1, or just not sure of what he can actually get out of the car yet.
It's all about learning though.
It
He
is.
starts at different places. He does improve his lap time by 3 and a bit tenths before he goes to pole with a 1:29 flat, and that is 1.2 the gap between the 2 Ferraris up front.
God, I hate Ferraris. I mean,
And
this
is
season,
it because of their strategies?
They're so stupid, those strats that they do. Yeah, come into the pit. Too late. I've already gone past.
Hard tire.
Yeah. Come in at the same time. What does Red Bull do? They're following that. Come in at the same time, but they actually pull it off.
As well.
I mean, they're
Being a
practically...
Gasly fan, isn't it, this year?
I don't mind Gasly, but he got pushed into that Red Bull way too soon.
No,
yeah, exactly.
see what? Hang on. Because what gets me is though he got put into the Red Bull. He got half.
Yeah, Albon
So
got
got Red Bull.
A season and a half.
Albon put in the Toro Rosso, and they switched around halfway through that season. Gasly got half the season to prove what was worth. Albon, who I think did worse,
Oh yeah, it did worse.
got a season and a half, 2 seasons in that Red Bull. And Gasly hasn't had a look in yet.
While Albon was at Red Bull, and when Gasly was at Toro Rosso / AlphaTauri, they got the same amount of podiums.
Yeah.
So
that's the reason
I think
why I
that
believe
proves
Gasly didn't get it, because they did, like, you know, same podiums.
yeah.
Even though Gasly was like full on going for it when he was AlphaTauri, especially this season, he's truly going for it this season.
Yeah, the only problem with the AlphaTauri this season is that it's just shit. Language in it.
It'll happen from the off round sooner or later, trust me. We have such
It's just terrible, and that's the problem. And the thing is, Christian Horner and Helmut Marko will look at that and say goodbye, because his performances haven't been up to their standard, although it's not his fault because of his car. Yes, he's had some tumbling performances like Australia where he just wanted to cry and probably go home.
Well, anyone would, and especially in that performance, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but giving a car, Ulrich, while we're talking about Pierre Gasly, goes up to second. And Big Borger, I think he's up on his lap. Maybe he's down by 10.
Body's 3/10 up on his time so for well, second 2, I believe he was.
3/10.
Yeah, he's coming around the final corner.
Second.
Yeah, he's on the final corner
very
now.
Close for the front row of the grid. I think Pole's a bit out of reach for some of these drivers. But for the second on the grid, it's going to be an interesting battle. Only third. Ulrich, kind of out of nowhere, is in second place.
I think Potty there needed to go a bit closer to the edge of that line. Needed the pit entrances to get that extra couple of tenths.
Yeah.
He didn't. He kept on the right hand side of that line.
Oh God, I swear I'm gonna rip out my networking card from my PC. You know.
You do that, then you'd cry.
I would, because I won't be able to plug it into the internet. I'd lose out on a gaming rig that's just nearly costing me 600 quid. Sorry, that is costing me 600 quid. Which reminds me, I need to pay Chris and Sarah.
Have you not paid him yet?
No.
Try and go back to the topic of Gasly. I think he will get the Alpine seat for the rest for next year, in my opinion. Although he's locked into his contract for 2023, I think he has an exit clause that allows him to go elsewhere.
I don't know.
I think Gasly to Alpine just makes sense.
It does make sense.
I think I've seen somewhere where Schumacher might have a look in with Alpine.
I've seen that. I don't think that makes any sense.
He doesn't, because he should stay with Haas. He's doing brilliant with Haas.
He has lately, but the start of the season was a bit shaky.
It started, it was, yeah, but now he's classed as a real racer after these couple of races.
I think I was in Austria.
I'm so proud of him.
I think was the sprint race in Austria, keeping Hamilton behind him. I was with the help of the DRS.
It's not going to improve. He can only manage third on the grid.
Yeah,
he's on a lap. He's up by 2 tenths. That will maybe get him up to 6. It does. And Reezy has done his lap. Next will be Boostley, who started his.
Just sitting on board with Boost.
Borger.
Yeah, I'm on board with Boost myself, actually.
Yeah, Boostley is the only one who's up on his lap time.
Oh, he's 6 tenths up.
He's up by 7 tenths.
Yeah, back to the top.
This lap could put him up into the top 6 if he finds something in this final sector.
He's got to get this last corner correct.
His fuel's flashing as well.
He's going to lose.
He has no ARS, it's this whatever he can do.
Yeah. So Boostley on the run up to the line. Where can he put Williams? His teammates in P2. Boostley goes P6,
P6.
so I think that is good qualifying for the Williams boys. But Ferrari are very much on top in this session. LSA 4 he takes pole from Ulrich and Jay Potty. Twister in 4th ahead of Borgir and Boostley. I'm Ironman in 7th ahead of Kroll. You got 6th Bad and Reezy ahead of Harsh Cartoon and Andrews.
I will say, I believe Tsunoda should actually take the fall and take a different team.
Noda?
His performance is not as strong as Gasly's. That's the thing.
No, not at all. But you have to think that Gasly's been in F1 since the end of 2017. Tsunoda's been in it for 2 years. Not even 2 years at the moment.
And he hasn't got any points yet, whereas Gasly has. Technically,
Tsunoda's got points.
He's actually had points. I thought he hadn't had any points.
Tsunoda's got points. I think he was ahead of Gasly at one point.
Makes a change. His normal spinning out.
I'll fact check that. Hang on.
After times, I think, is spun out this season. That or he's gone and beached himself on the apex.
Canada was a bit of a weird one where he just locked up on the pit exit.
That one I don't know about. I missed. I've actually missed all the races from Silverstone. My sleeping pattern's out the window. So I missed half the races, which is absolutely irritating because I'll be sat there with a beer or a bit of Jedi and Coke and just like, go on, Max! But instead I'm just snoring it.
Yeah, Gasly's 13th in the standings with 16 points, and Yuki Tsunoda's 16th in the standings with 11 points.
So it's like 2 points behind.
COVID-19 unpublished study on COVID-19 vaccine side effects for teenagers has been misrepresented online.
Oh god, here we go. What's it going to do? Cause autism?
Hey, autism is a...
I know that.
I'm autistic.
I know. I'm not taking mick out of it or anything like that. I'm just saying most things that people start going about when it comes to vaccines and statistics.
Although it looks like
You
it's
always
in the
say-
Philippines, so it ain't gonna matter to us.
It injects you with the gay gene or things like that.
It's that
all the
sort
far
of
right. It's all the right-wing people who are thinking.
It's just
Who are
stupid.
thinking that the vaccine's going to ruin your life. Well,
No, I'm going to get the
that's why-
COVID vaccine. I'm going to turn gay.
Exactly. They see something on like Facebook. It's like, why the COVID vaccine will turn you gay, and there's like, nah, mate, I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want the COVID vaccine if it's going to make me suck somebody's pink sausage like that.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie.
No, I don't agree with it, not at all. I've had like 4 jabs at this point.
I've only had the 2.
I've had 2. I didn't want it, but because I was off to go see Mrs. Roundboy's live, I had to get it.
I got it because Mum's got asthma and she could die from it if she fucking got it. And she actually did, which I will actually remember. Sorry for this language. But she actually did go and catch COVID. Mum and Dad caught it and then they give it to me and I was in bed for 3 days because of it.
Touch
And it
wood.
felt like somebody had beat the crap out of my
I've
kidneys.
never had it. Although, I went to the shop the other day and it's quite sus. Because although you don't need masks or anything on, I've only seen a handful of people maybe have a mask on in the shop. A woman came into the shop, mask on, a big coat on, coughing away to herself. She looked very sly.
Yeah, I've got COVID.
Things that you don't need to isolate now if you have it. That's the problem. They say, "Oh no, you can carry on."
Yeah.
It's like, well, but then they don't tell people. It's like, well,
Only thing is,
How I
though,
see that story is that at least she's wearing a mask, because there'll be some people that go in there with COVID who just cough out the place with no...
yes, but the problem
to their
is
face.
though, even nurses and that wearing medical grade masks were still catching it. All right, they were around it, but they were still catching it. So it's like wearing a flimsy fabric one isn't gonna do nothing.
That's very true.
yes and no. Yes and no
Yes,
with that. because-
no.
Yeah, yes and no.
From Yorkshire, you're not posh.
Suck my junk.
That's
Basically,
terrible.
I know they're all sweaty right now, so you have to give them a few.
He apologised.
Anyway.
guys, it's horrendous.
Anyway, don't worry, I'm over 18. Anyway, when it comes to medical, when it comes to like nurses and doctors and stuff like that, not only are they around it all that time, but they are physically touching that person, and then people are going on them, they're coughing on them. A bit of spit, a bit of phlegm will land on them, whether they're covered or not. You know, I know some women like to get spit on, but
Oh, come on, keep it PG.
it is PG. Not like I'm saying where they're getting spat on. Sorry, Franz, if you want to kill me. Got to bring a bit of fun to the league.
People are going to get sacked today.
It's gone.
Well, there goes that league.
You're getting sacked after stream.
I'm not even hired. I was just here to help, just in case. And then next minute, there's 3
Tier
of us.
2 Instant 1 qualifying commentary. No, I'm joking.
But yeah,
Commentary was shocking.
yeah, it was nothing but about penises and vaginas and spitting on one another.
The air was as blue as Alpine.
Oh! I didn't know you were sucking Sully.
Yeah, that'd be a bit hairy.
No, you
stop
were talking
it.
about
Stop
hair.
it.
I'm going to look at the strategies and see what tyres drivers are on.
Oh god, I need my fan. I need to cool down now. I'm all sweaty. I've
Top
literally
2 are
just.
on mediums. Potty on soft. Twister and Big Ball Gear on mediums. Boostly on softs. I'm Ironland on mediums. XC Kroll on hards. He's going along. Then the bottom 4 are all on mediums. There's a bit of a mix of strategy for the race, which is going to get underway in 5 seconds.
Excuse me, I was just actually about to run a smoke. I wasn't paying attention.
BQ wanted to join.
Yeah,
we
I've
should
just seen
totally
that.
have 4 of us in here.
Formation lap gets underway, and every driver
Yeah, that would be a bit
for the race ahead,
of a
making sure
kill.
their car is ready for the battle.
2 of the sides go hards now, and 1 side goes soft. So Andrews is on softs, and Kroll is on hards. So it's 50-50, well, kind of 50-50
As all the
with
cars
the
reform the
strategy.
grid,
Some
the
people going long,
drivers
some
will
people
be hoping
going
to get a strong
short,
start.
hoping for a
They
safety
want to
car.
learn some valuable points
So-
from today's race. With
Oh, there'll definitely be a
communications
safety
being
car.
done with their race engineers.
You say
What?
that in the race I did, which is a league owned by France, there wasn't a safety car until I crashed.
Well, safe to say you suck.
Well, I mean, anyone and everyone can, you know, crash under a safety car.
Yeah, like I was doing in Japan last night.
Anyway, going up to 5 red lights for the start of the Jeddah Grand Prix or Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, and they're out. And it's a bit of a mixed start. Good start for Andres at the back. Ulrich up into P1 on the start, and the LSA boys are going side by side behind the Williams of Ulrich. But Ulrich has done perfectly there to take the lead of the race. Potty could get ahead of Corey, and Big Borg is going to try and get involved on this as well. XD Kroll and Styx going at it for 8th place, and there's a little bit of contact with Iron Man in 7th. And around the outside goes XD Kroll. It's almost 3 wide in Sector 1, but there's been a relatively clean start as Iron Man going slow. Andres is round in Sector 1 towards the end of it.
Ulrich's
And
pulled a hell of a gap there.
Ulrich with a brilliant launch.
Traction control.
Corey lost 2 places on the start.
I will say, with traction control on this compared to last year's, it is pretty OP. With traction control. Overpowered.
I might ask Franz if I can race in Tier 2. I know I'm not South African. Just see who does better.
I must admit, when you said you were joining the comms, I thought, this is a South African league. I was waiting for like a really deep accent or something, and it's just like, alright, okay.
There's words I'd say, but because of streams wise, I'm not saying it.
It was like, oh no, that's fine, I can understand this, man. I'm trying to anyone with an accent, but you know what I mean.
I was born in France, but I was raised in the Royal Navy. But
there we go. Ulrich with a 19-second lap time for the first lap.
well, a lap. Potty Oh, I think Forey's made a mistake. Forey dropping towards the back of the field.
His
The pole
car
sitter
looks fine
is-
now.
Yeah, the pole sitter has gone from the lead to 8th place in a matter of laps.
That is just
Sixth
unfortunate.
Control. They're going after 4th, 6th place. It's been very clean so far. It's just a safety car on that block.
It has. It's not really been much. Oh!
Ulrich is round from the lead.
Oh, commentator's curse right there.
Yeah, very, very much so. As both leaders in this race have gone round so far. Brands must have taught them something. He did the exact same thing yesterday.
Thank the Lord for ghosting on this.
Looks
I
like
tell you.
Hendricks made a mistake there as well.
It did. He actually, I think he lost control to the rear, and then his teammate Reason nearly crashed into him. Lucky enough, ghosting was the thing. As Andreas literally just spun out himself again. Watch the rear temperatures.
Yeah, them tyres will be, but especially softs as well. Those tyres will be on fire.
On
I
board Big
actually
Borg,
just
if he could stay within the DRS, if he stays within the DRS of Jay Posse on this lap, then it could be a good battle for the lead team, because Twister's also there, and Boostly isn't far behind.
Yeah, that's finally been enabled now.
Fight Forey and Styx going at it into turn 1, but Forey might get boxed in. But Styx tries to make a move on Kroll, and Kroll stays ahead, and Forey's going to lose out.
Already is into the pits.
Let's see what's going to happen. I think he
Fresh
might be.
win, you win.
Yep. No matter how many times I say it, it's not going to get.
Looking at that.
It's never going to get old when I say it, but I still love how they let you actually see them change the wing this time. Let it take it off and then see it actually being put on again.
Or Styx has made a mistake, and that allows LSA Forey to get past. LSA Forey can get on the back of XT Kroll.
Andreas is in the pit.
From spinning early on in this race.
Andreas has just put a fresh set of mediums on.
Yeah, the tyres will be boiling hot, so he'll be swapping them, so a little bit cooler.
Smart, but it's going to take at least half a lap or two. Well, half a lap or a full
fight
one.
for 5th, and the one that is to fight for 5th is a bit closer. The Saspori only making progress apart from his mistake early on. He's going to try and get past the upper carrier Kroll. He's not going to do it just yet.
We'll get DRS up.
Going to get it into the corner. Twister and Borge.
Look at the speed difference.
Wow.
We left Kroll for dead.
Purple and final sector. And he could maybe face up there as I Posse now.
I want to launch this networking card.
He's race on the run, 2 seconds ahead of the road.
Somebody has an echo.
Yeah, I'm here. As well.
Oh god, let me
Big
guess.
Borge increases the time penalty for track limits.
I don't get how it is.
I don't know.
Ooh, a 3-second penalty for Big there.
Should
Yep.
be better.
Track limits, and he's trying to close in on Twister again. Try and get back past.
How is there an echo coming from
Although
me?
he's got no battery power though to help him keep up.
Very
He's pretty much drained that.
Yeah, the echo is now gone, which is always good.
I like how you said that as if it was part of the commentary. Great.
Yeah, I'm not touching my controller now, I literally just unplugged it to plug it back in.
Everyone apart from Big is like over a second. He's the only one. If he gets it, he's gonna get DRS. Oh, Styx will as well actually. Styx might.
I'll have a ride on board with Sticks. Yeah, he's getting DRS for sure.
Yep, there we go. He's the only one that got it there.
He's the only one that's closest to anybody else with excitement. Nice first and second corner there.
Ooh, that looked like someone was really slow there.
Boostly. 3 seconds 3-second time penalty for track limit in 4. Or he could be back into the podium fight soon. But Swister is really closing in on SRJ Potty in these laps. He was 2 seconds behind last lap, now he's gained a second. It could be very interesting towards the end of this stint. Swister on the mediums, Potty on the softs, which means Potty's tyres must be dying, and Swister could be on the optimal strategy here.
Iron's getting closer to Crawl. He's 5
He's in
tenths
the DRS
behind.
now. Swister.
He's in it for the long run as well. He's gone for
Corey,
hard.
all over the back of Boostly. And he's not going to make the move into the chicane. He's going to wait for his time because he's got so much straight line speed. He's about to get it maybe before the detection point. No, he's not.
Might want to check
Corey,
P2.
you should zoom past Boostly because his setup is just superior in a straight line, it seems.
Right on board of
Corey up
Sister.
into 4th place.
Yeah,
He's about to get-
I'd say pitch straight. It's like Durban at the start of it. He's not close enough to get him, no, that's the only problem. Anyone else notice Potty's car there bouncing around everywhere?
Have they actually added porpoising?
It's as if his
Even
car
that-
is actually... It is actually as if his car is porpoising, but I'm not sure.
You can see the suspension working on the front a lot. More than ever before.
Everyone else is fine, but his is all over the place. Like,
Potty went off track significantly there.
Might be connection, maybe. Because it can do that sometimes due to connection.
It can.
maybe.
Well, we are connected to people that are in South Africa, so it's about to happen anyway.
Yeah, but everyone else is
6 is
fine.
bad, 3-second penalty for track limits. And Swister's getting even closer as he taps the wall to the back of Jay Potty.
That won't help him off. He's tapping that wall to slow him down a bit.
The lines that
Careful
Potty's
now.
doing is amazing. That has to be weird.
Probably be the bunch
I'm
from
going to
ERS though.
excuse for the time being. I need to report an incident in a different league, which will take about 2 seconds. So.
Oh, Swister
There's
looking
3 of us
around the
anyway,
outside
so
of the final corner. Doesn't make it. I thought he was going to go for the switch back there, but
Might get it
nothing
down.
comes
Yeah.
of it.
Come back.
ERS again. No, Potty's in.
Ooh.
Potty's in, he's just given away P1.
First pit stop, which isn't because of damage, is from LSRJ Potty, which means Swister leads from Big Ball Gear and
Don't
LSRJ.
Question
need
mark.
to put Potty there.
That's guaranteed 2 stop for him then, isn't it? Boostly also in.
Yeah, Bruce Lee was on the start on the softs as well, so medium for him as well.
I'm going to have a look at Iron since he's pretty close to Qual again.
Yellow flag, that is Big Ball Gear who's gone round at the start of Sector 2. And he's got going again, but he's going to have to watch out for the Alpha Tauri and Haas who are coming at a rapid pace. And he's probably going to lose position to both of them. Oh no, he's only going to lose his position to XD Kroll, who's now in the podium places.
Andrex is out.
And Rex.
That could... Oh, he's in the pits. So I think that is a quali ban now for Andrew for retiring in the pits because that is in the regulations for this league.
Oh, half been off track there.
Wait, you get a quali ban for retiring in a pit?
Yeah, because the points go down to 15 and I want to encourage everyone to try and finish the race.
Ah.
Ooh,
And
Haas
that's
had to
like
back out of
a
that one.
really good reason why they had to go.
That's reasonable, to be honest.
Haas had to back out of the battle with Ulrich there. I thought he was going to pit, no, he's going to stay out. Neither one of them with DRS. Oh, Big coming out of the pits. So hard. But at the end, I would presume that.
Well, it means he doesn't have to stop again if he is trying to get those hard at the end.
Although a safety car,
Fonte
if a safety car
has-
comes in, that'll come into play.
Ferrari do have one hell of a huge advantage. Ferrari has a 12-second lead on Brawl in the AlphaTauri there, where his teammate has got a 2.5-second advantage on him, so we could be looking at a P1 to P2.
The bonus of Crollo, he started on the hard compound tyres, whereas Swift and Fury were on medium, so Crollo can go a bit longer. If he can keep that 12 seconds, 13 seconds, he should still pass them when they do eventually pit. It's 20, I can't remember how long it is, it's at least 20, 21 second pit stop.
One thing that is probably going to benefit Twister is that LSA Fori is behind him, and it's Ferrari 1-2 as it stands. But I think Fori is the fastest driver.
I wonder if they could play a bit of team play here and DRS each other.
Big 4 gear. He's going to try and go for a move on Harsh Cartoon. It's going to happen before turn 27.
Oh, squeezed him a bit closer to the wall there.
Yeah, very close to the wall. Oh, might have to be a little bit of a warning for Big 4 gear because that was
a
close.
little bit close.
Hash does have the DRS advantage, but it doesn't have the ERS, whereas Big has the ERS. On that one's
Fury's catching up on his teammate here. I wonder if they're going to play the DRS card. Or whether they'll battle it out and Twister sat there, look, you want this place, you have to come get it off me. But he is now under a second.
Like he's slowing down.
Look here, again, I wonder if they're going to play the DRS card. If they can get the DRS on each other, that
Rory
gap will get bigger.
Get pole.
He's letting him pass. He's gone for the outside and he's...
Oh, no, he's waiting for the DRS.
Yeah.
Another dose of it.
He should be...
He is right up the gearbox.
Yep, and that is a change for the lead. And it wasn't as exciting as we thought it would be. But Fori now leads, and now he can maybe run away with this, as long as he doesn't get into any more incidents like he was earlier on in the race.
I mean, they've got a 15-second gap, nearly 16 to third.
I think he wants to win in both tiers, yeah?
They are running quite well.
They're dominating the track right now.
What they need right now, or coming up to the last corner, whatever, is a safety car. If they were to get one now, if Twister was to bag off just that tiny amount, Fury could get into the pit, set of boots, and then Twister should be able to get in and out without waiting for his teammate in a set of boots, and they should still come out
into the pits.
I don't know. I still believe if Fori should pit first, gain the advantage while his teammate is still ahead by 15 seconds. By the time Fori comes out, he'll be in P3.
But I'm saying
maybe P4.
If there was a safety car, alright, there are mediums. A safety car roundabout now, they could both pit. Twister just has to back off that tiny amount. There's enough gap for Fury to get in, pit, boots, out, and then Twister in, boots, out.
One thing I've noticed from this game is that the overcut, I think, is a little bit more powerful than the undercut. Especially around Jeddah, because it's hard to warm the tyres up.
Yeah.
Especially in the first sector, because you're going to be braking a little bit more for the high-speed corners. And the overcut will probably gain you maybe 2 seconds. So it's going to be...
Ooh, can Iron do this? Sorry to interrupt, but Iron's... Oh yeah, we're close, but not close enough to get a crawl on that one.
Well, this is giving Potty the chance to catch up with him. He can get 2 positions here.
He could.
Looking at the battery-wise, Potty has all he needs compared to the 2 in front. Ooh,
there goes one. He's just taken
Iron clipped the wall there.
I did hear a bit of a thump.
Ooh, there's a 3-car battle, which I've just noticed, and Kroll gets a penalty for track limit. And this will...
Ooh, not all that bad. So I stay with a 3, Call with a 3, Sticks with a 6, 3
Oh,
for
that
Boost, 3 for
6.
Boo, and 3 for Harsh there. And it's not that bad.
Twister is now out of DRS from LSA Fori.
I wonder as well,
Iron's
look,
just about to come out.
Twister has a penalty,
This is the
so
battle for the podium places. LSR J Potty is going to try and make a move. He's going to wait until after the chicane. Significantly better straight line speed than XD Kroll in the AlphaTauri.
because he shouldn't get it this time round.
It should be an easy move for LSR J Potty as long as
Oh, he's staying behind. He wants that DRS.
is. Twister
He's
into
actually
the
got it
pits.
as well.
Will he get it? That's the question.
Yeah, Potty's
He
got
does,
the
he's got
DRS.
it.
We're going to look at this on the off-board camera. Kroll is going to have to put up an almighty defence if he wants to keep this podium position for the time being.
Oh, that's some tight action
he's
right
still-
there.
And J Potty up into second, and now we can try and close in on the gap of LSR Fori.
Twister's just come out of the pits behind him, so now once them tyres are warm, he can go and have a battle.
Exactly.
This is going to become a four-way
Fori,
tie.
I think if he stays out maybe one more lap, he will be able to get maybe a decent overcut on Twister and J Potty, and maybe come out in the race lead. But it'll be
Potty.
interesting. Ulrich comes up, goes Harsh Cartoon is into the pits.
Well, Potty went soft to mediums. I think he's probably going to have to pit again anyway. I don't think he'll keep them onto the end of the race.
Yeah, I think he has gone for a two-stop strategy, maybe.
What's he
You
on?
can
Bottom's
push the
gonna
tyres
work out
more
for him.
better. You can
I mean,
push
his
them
tyres
so
are
much.
5 laps old. Fury is 11 laps on his mediums. So Potty is fresher, but he is going to have to pit again. Whereas Fury can go for the one stop if he really wanted to.
The thing is Fury going to gain 20
me.
seconds? Because essentially he has to gain 20 seconds on his probably fresh stop
Very
at the
true.
end.
Very true.
Flores actually just stopped now in the pit. As
He is.
Potty comes
What's
on,
he
he's
gone
starting
for?
to move again.
Pay attention to see whether he will come out ahead of J Potty.
Iron's
I
just
think he's
His cars
he,
have
to P3. He might actually
he's
just
really
get
close.
it.
Fori
He's
ahead
just
at
made it.
Sector 1. Sector 1, that's the crucial part because he could just lose so much time into the next corner.
yeah, especially with these tyres, because there won't be one just yet.
Exactly, but I think this race at the moment is Fori's to lose. And if he does win this, he has won the Tier 1 race and the Tier 2 race.
Be a beautiful accomplishment for this week.
Yeah.
I can't even
Nice
win one at the
lines.
minute.
They are
If
some real nice
if
lines.
they are of legal age in South Africa, they can go for a drink and be happy.
There's me that I can literally just sit here and drink.
I could hang up Budweiser downstairs. Excuse me.
I've got a drink worth of JD left. I've got half a glass right now.
I think I've got
Tomorrow
4.
night.
Ulrich's
Ulrich
out.
is out.
Oh,
Now,
that
this
calls
could
for a
play
safety car.
perfectly for LSR J Potty,
Safety car is out.
Go careful.
or it does.
Soyster might have to give that space back because Kroll actually just let him past.
And it's a full safety car as well, although
Yeah.
we don't see it in the top left. That is the full safety car because of the yellow dot on the minimap. But I think that really destroys the chances of LSR J Potty in this race.
Question is, will he pit? He does.
Oh, he does pit. Now what does he go on to? Because
Iron's in as well. Rolls in.
it's
And there's the 1-2 for Ferrari
yet
again.
Boost is coming in.
What tyres?
Soyster's in a good spot. Actually, both Ferraris in a good spot. Fresh hards. It's going to be harder to get them warmed up just to, get what they need out of them. But under safety car, they can make sure that they get the grip that they necessarily
come out
need.
ahead of Jake Potty? No.
No, just misses out, I think. But just come out ahead of Iron. Iron's gone
Yep.
mediums.
They can go to the end from here. They definitely can go to the end.
Did he just
lucky
go
he
hard
used them.
to mediums there? Is that what he's just done?
Yeah, that's worked out perfectly for him. His first stop of the race, and he'll be one to look out for because he could still maybe nick a podium place here.
So currently,
He's gonna be on the
I'm
nice tyre.
looking at the drivers. Fury went medium to hard. Swiston joined them on the same. Potty's gone soft, medium, hard. Big went medium to hard, so he's alright for now. Iron is
Troll and
hard
Iron
to
Man
mediums.
will be the ones to look out for.
Yeah.
Iron Man especially doesn't have any
Excuse me.
penalties. And he'll be very quick after the safety car restart.
Has Harsh or Easy been lapped yet? Because the timing's a bit weird.
No, I don't
Harsh
think
has
they
got 31 seconds to his teammate Sticks, and then Reese's got 28. Oh no, hang on, I'm looking at interval.
No, not yet. They haven't.
I'm looking at interval and not leader.
They're not far off. As Reese gets another 3-second time penalty, so he can catch up now. So it'll be right at the back of the pack, in no danger of being lapped.
The one thing that I always mess up with, I either go in just before safety car or go in during safety car, and yet I'll always end up being lapped by half a dozen people. Because most of them don't actually pit half the time. So it gets me messed up.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, Portier just had a bit of a spike there with his internet. Tried to do some weaving and then it launched him into the wall by well, on my screen anyway. But I'm not gonna lie though, it gives Harsh and Reezy the chance to warm up these hards.
Yep. By the time they make the back of the pack, especially with Reezy, Reezy's the furthest away. His tyres should be ready to go.
It should be perfect.
This race is turned on its head slightly.
10 minutes ahead.
Turned on its
Turned
head.
on its head.
Ah.
On its head.
I was gonna say, it's like, how is it 10 minutes ahead?
You never know. Cody's.
I'm odd, I'm getting senile. I'm not even 30 yet. Can my PC just seriously connect to the internet? Every time I do a stream, it messes up the internet. And I'm using cable for the Xbox. Because this game really requires Ethernet cable. It hates wireless. Saying that, my internet is not even the best anyway. I've got like £300 worth of equipment just sat on top at mini fridge doing nothing, waiting for it to be sent. But I do believe safety car should be in either this lap or next lap.
See if Jesse wants to stay in hours. Need to drop him from server management.
It'll be in next lap, right?
No, one more lap.
Yeah, this lap, yeah, next lap.
One more lap. We're still waiting for Reezy to catch up there, but it should be in after this lap because Reezy's just coming up to the final corner now, and they're all on the pit straight.
So Reedy will catch up, which is good.
Burning his ERS just to catch up there.
This allows the two medium runners to save their tyres a little bit, which means they can lean on them a little bit more towards the end of this race.
Oh, Soyster's just DNF there. What happened there?
What happened? Looks like he spun out of control there.
Yeah, he's
done a
spun
George
that. He's
Russell
just
at Imola.
unlucky. That
George
is
Russell at
just-
Imola in 2020. But unfortunate for Twister.
You just seen what I put, haven't you?
Yeah. I still got the server waiting for him to respawn.
I literally just love how like we've got like 3 or 4 people already in from IFR. Just like, can you do this for
I'm just taking people from IFR.
us? Can you just do that for us, please? Make sure it works. Yeah, it works. There you go. You want to race?
So it should be in this lap.
It should be.
I've seen a weirder thing.
I think, it should be. This is like the 3rd time it's gone round now. It's always 3 times before
So the
it comes
track's
back
now
in again.
clear. Even after Swiss is now DNF, the track should be clear. Safety car is in the slap.
Himself. You did have a chance at a very good result.
Yeah.
So
Safety car is coming in this lap, so I'm going to ride on board here with Fury and see when he decides he wants to take off. Back in the pack quite nicely.
I'm on the rear with Breezy.
I'm Ironman on the mediums.
Although look at this, if this stays the same, the top 3, as long as there's no penalties, could be Fury, Potty and Iron. They're the only ones without penalties.
What order? I'm
That's
on the better tyre.
He is, so he could get the win, but again, it depends on penalties. If they keep it clean, Asera has taken off. Nice gap, 3 seconds already to Potty. Potty's already gained a second, almost too big there. Go further down, keep an eye on Iron. Looking for a move into 3rd place.
Yeah, he needs to get past Borgia as soon as he can if he's going to challenge the top 2.
If he wants to make these tyres work, yeah, he needs to get by. Otherwise, sitting behind Big Hit is not going to do him any good.
I think the change for lead on track is more likely as it stands, although Ireland is right with him.
I would say it's like watching F1 IRL, you know, Mercedes at the back and Ferrari and Red Bull at the front. Sorry, I just had to.
With a Haas randomly in the top 10. Top 5.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, just...
and McLaren at the back as well.
Boosty trying to get ahead of Kroll.
That's cool, look
Quite
at that.
really got nearly 1.5 seconds on Big already. Damn.
Ooh, is that Kroll right at the back of Bayern there?
Extremely older, isn't it?
I love it. All I'm seeing riding on board, or whether it's the helicopter view, is just sparks just flying everywhere.
Ooh, I am braking just a little bit too late there, nearly hit the back end of Boom.
It should happen, or maybe this lap. On board of Ironman, he's going to try and go around the outside and squeeze right to the wall.
That was us one.
Very close.
Oh, this is giving Kroll. Look, Kroll's got the move.
Kroll. If he...
I know. Iron keep it.
Kroll has it,
that's advantage
as well.
I think if Kroll made that move down the inside, I probably would have given driver the day just for that.
See, both Iron and Kroll are both top mediums.
He could have
so
been there, but
pace.
he would have got driver the day just for that incredible move, if he made it.
Oh yeah. Kroll has the advantage with the ERS though, because he's got nearly 20% more. Just about.
Every time you come to yawn, I do apologize.
Don't you dare start yawning, because you'll end up making me yawn. I'll come up to Scotland and I will break the living hell out of you.
So Boosty only 2.5 tenths behind Kroll. He's Bossy.
Touch the wall.
Bossy,
That's not what
3
Potty
seconds
would have
behind LSA for exceeding track limits.
He would not have wanted that anytime soon.
This puts Ironman in a very good place, but he needs to get ahead of Big Borgia.
Yeah.
Kroll's really trying to hug the wall.
Is he in the...
Down
He's going to be in the DRS. Easily.
He should be, yeah. When it is enabled, which it is
Now
now.
it is.
So,
He has burnt his ERS though. Although
Who's
someone
his
said
bent his,
big,
but he takes Kroll. Oh, a bit of a collision there between the pair of them there. Going round the first
I have to say, I really like
corners.
the Williams on board. I think it's one of the best in the game. In my...
I do like this, the colours for the Williams, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the colours a little bit. Don't can't be the Red Bull.
Big Borgia. Another 3.
Another 3 seconds. Let's have a take a quick look at penalties then.
That's
So
what I'm doing
everybody
now.
apart from Big and Sticks is on 3. Big and Sticks are on 6. So that makes it a bit easier for Iron, but I think you'd still rather get by him on track.
Big does have a problem though. If there's no space being made between him and everyone from behind, he's going to have to pit again because he's on 11 lap hold hard.
I think
Could
his
go
hard
to the
goes
end.
to the end because
They
he will
will
have a
go.
safety car and he's
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
going to
actually
have to
true.
save him a
That is
little
true.
bit more. I'm
Oh, there we go.
should get him this lap.
Yep,
He's a lot
DRS, he
closer
will
than
get
laps
DRS.
On board, on the off-board
Oh, it's
camera.
gone for that outside line.
Ooh, being squeezed a bit.
Squeezed. Then having to go wide.
That's twice he's done that now, Big Four Gear. And I'm
Okay.
Good defence,
should
but
have a better chance down this main straight, but Big Four Gear also has the DRS from Dave Posse.
I didn't have DRS there.
no, he was ahead in the detection zone, wasn't he?
Must have been.
Only just by his wing.
But
Whilst he was
I think
getting
Big's
squeezed
going to have to be
and
careful though. If he keeps doing moves like that, I think the stewards are going to have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
And that won't be a good decision.
Oh,
Usually, as he goes off track slightly there.
I'm intrigued by, although the battle for third place on track is interesting, the battle for 8th place is heating up slightly with Reezy and
Let's have a
Half
quick look. Oh,
I'm
Reese
gonna
did
have
get
a
by
little bit of
Hart. I never actually noticed that.
What?
Reese.
Yeah, did it better. That's 1 or 2 laps
Now,
back.
it'll have to be this lap or never for Ironman if he wants to try and get the race win here. Lucked in with the safety car, he now needs to use the luck with the safety car to try and move forward.
If Rizzi closes the gap on Sticks, he will have P7 due to the 6-second penalty by the end.
Ironman needed to by this time. And he should have P3 on track here. I think he'll get it into turn 1, or maybe even before. He's going to go on the off-board
Sniffing
camera.
that. Ooh, he's really sniffing that
Ironman,
gearbox.
he's going to draw alongside. Boost, Big Borgia has been very...
That's moved on. That's done.
Yep. Ironman making good progress now, up into 3rd place, and now he's going to set his sights on the 2 LSR drivers of Fori and Jay Potty for the race win.
Well, as it'll stand, he will get P2 because he's obviously under that 3-second threshold to potty. So he has got a net P2 as it stands.
I think Ironman will be very happy with a podium.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it'll be his first podium of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, be nice to get a podium. I don't know what it feels like yet.
I've had a few of the previous 2 seasons, but this season is a real struggle.
Closest I've come to a podium, I think, is like, what, P6, P5?
Something like that.
That was on Monaco when everyone crashed out and I pitted 14 times.
I am correct. It will be Ironman's first podium of the season.
The downside is that Iron has right now, he's got no ERS, and with him having no ERS, it's giving Big
Oh, another
a chance
3.
to catch up, which he is doing with the
Big
DRS.
Borgia. He wants 3rd place, and he's got it. He's got it again, but he's got it before the detection zone. This means Ironman will get the DRS. And
Here we
maybe
go.
get back past him. On board with the Haas driver. Radar speed of the Alfa Romeo is very good, but you can still wait behind him. Send it off.
Yeah, you have to back off the throttle there, otherwise he'd have.
Snuffed his exhaust.
Yeah, it would have ended up literally into the back of him by the time the braking zone arrived.
If he can close the gap between Potty and him,
Well, if he's
and
doing it,
Iron might still maybe be able to get P2.
well, he needs to do it soon. There's only 3 laps left of this race.
Any mistake to Jay Posse, his P2 is gone, I think.
Big has 6 seconds of penalties though, doesn't he?
Yeah. if Potty exceeds again, then that is been done, I think.
Just as long as Lance stays within less than a second of Big, and if Big really tries his hardest
There we go, though.
to get closer
Ryan
to Potty.
does have DRS again, and he will get it again as well around the final few corners.
I love it when it comes down to penalty races.
I don't think he's going to be close enough to catch him though this time around.
He's not going to get. Land's not going to get P2. He's secure for P3 for sure.
P3 he's
That's
got
what
in the
he's
bag.
just trying to get right now. I don't think he is in the position to fight the LSA guys for the podium, but not to
Hold on.
P2.
You'll be able to see Potty just in the distance though. Before he went around the first corner.
We'll see him in.
See, this is the problem now, but on those mediums, they could be, I mean, the 9-lap hole, they could potentially start to slow him down now. Yeah, he'll have the first few laps.
He is mentioning that his distance between Potty and Potty is getting bigger and bigger.
6, he's got another 3, he's on 9 now. But the gap between Borgir and Boostley is less than 3 seconds. Which means Borgir will lose 2 positions, because Boostley has 3 seconds of penalties, but Borgir's got 6. So it'll be
Penalty races are always interesting, because you've always got to think and work out the mystery of who...
Oh wait, hang on. Iron's been staying with his ERS stage, but trying to charge up his battery. He's got a little bit left.
He's got more than
He's closing in on Jay Potty. Wait.
The only issue with me for this track is how much it uses the ERS even when you're not touching it.
Yeah.
And it barely charges.
But like I say, Iron's made sure to save some, so when it comes to these vital moments, as we are now on the penultimate lap, as Fiera is 5.5 seconds ahead, which I think it's safe to say he's secured the top spot on the podium.
And Corey looks like he's got this one in the bag, and it'll be his second win of the season. Or no, is it? Would it be? I think it'll be his first of the season in Tier 2.
Well, it'll be his second of this week.
Second of this week, yeah. Better than it. Better than all of us. Alright.
I wouldn't know. I've literally joined the server about an hour ago, so...
I only joined last week.
In the race I did earlier, I crashed on lap 12.
Well, I know you joined last week. I couldn't get you on mine, so I'm doing comms for Fran's server. Okay.
I was?
I know her. I couldn't carry you on Siege. But Faulty is gaining some places with Potty. It was 3 seconds and it's doubled it in 2 laps.
Yep, he's gone for it.
Tyres, I don't know how he's got this much pace. His tyres must be screaming. He's been on them for 16 laps.
I do wonder if Fiera's trying to get that fastest lap because Ulrich currently has it. And he's out. I wonder if Fiera's going to try and get it.
What is the fastest lap currently right now?
It'll be I'm actually going to check what it is.
I think it's at like 19 seconds.
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking through the
Oh, hang on. Real quick. Iron's going to look for a move. Into turn
on
1.
the run up to turn 1.
He's
I'm
got it.
Man. And
Oh,
he's
no way,
finally
that's-
got their
oh.
place, maybe. And Borgia has to back out, and I am Ironman for third. And now he's just
And
got
that
to
comes
run.
to the RS.
Maybe close up.
He's got to make 2 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be close. I'm just going to quickly find the fastest lap.
I hate that the fact that it actually just comes up with like 19 seconds. They need to fix it and fix it fast.
Well, only the drivers will know who's got the fastest lap.
It looks like Ulrich does. It's saying Ulrich has it, and he's got a 19.6.
That's the issue, because it will actually come up with that particular sort of time. It won't show the minutes.
Could that be a 1:19.6?
Nah.
No,
No, it's not
100%
possible.
sure.
Not possible. That's not possible with this track.
I'm looking at this. He's starting to catch up to Potty, but I don't think there's enough there to do anything about it. But Big is going to have
keeps getting his
DRS, so
ERS.
here's another challenge for him. He's got no ERS at all as Iron. Big has a tiny
Anyway,
amount.
let's talk about the race leader, LSR 4. He's going to cross the line to win his second race of the week. He wins ahead of his other LSR buddy of Jay Potty, who will come home in P2. And he's not going to lose out to Ironman because of the fighting from Big Borgir, which has been inspired. Ironman will get the podium ahead of Borgir. Does Boostly get ahead of Borgir?
No, Boostly stays
No.
5th.
Not quite. Kroll will
Crowley's
take 6th. 6 will take 7th. And you got Reezy ahead of Harsh Cartoon. But Harsh Cartoon, is he within the gap to try and... No, he's not.
No,
He's got one more penalty.
Yeah, he's got 3 more second penalties more.
Yeah,
Which is
so
unfortunate. It's 8 penalties.
Ferrari, Red Bull,
Especially for
Haas.
straight.
It's a good podium. Next year for Jeddah, I wouldn't mind it.
Mick Schumacher would be proud to see a Haas on the podium.
Hopefully Kevin Magnussen gets his second podium ever.
Yeah.
So, Ironman gets driver of the day from the game. Who do you think gets driver of the day then? You two.
Is it me or am I the only one that's not getting music right now?
I got a little bit.
I don't. Oh god, this TV is so crap for the graphics on this game. Right, now I've got music. Not that bothered anyway. See there, look, it's like 20 seconds or 30 seconds or 19 seconds.
The classified results: Fori beats Potty to the win, ahead of Ironman and Big Borgir. Then Boostly, Kroll, Sticks of Bad, Reezy, Hash Cartoon, Twister, Ulrich and Andrews. Ulrich crashed from the lead. Unfortunately for him, just couldn't recover enough. And he ended up crashing properly a little bit later on. Alright, that was F1 League South Africa Tier 2. And Safori maintaining his good week with back-to-back wins in LSA. And also